Okay, hey there, welcome. So now we are going to start a very vast branch of physics, and that's called optics. So optics is basically the study of light. And in optics we study the different properties of lights, associated different phenomenon like reflection, refraction, interference, diffraction, polarization, etc. and optical instruments. Optical instrument like we can say human eye, microscope, telescope, etc. So now we are going to see what actually light is. Since our childhood, we are learning that light is a form of energy that enable or allow us to see an object. But as we already learned the chapter electromagnetic wave, so there we learn that light is that part of electromagnetic spectrum that is having wavelength from 400 to 700 nanometer. So now I'm going to draw electromagnetic spectrum so that once again we will revise what actually light is. So this is our electromagnetic spectrum. I have drawn it in the increasing order of wavelength, that is while moving from left to right, wavelength of the electromagnetic wave is increasing, and if wavelength is increasing then its frequency will decrease. And we know that light consists of 7 different color. So in light consists of 7 different color, we say it Vibgyor, that is violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. White light or light is a mixture of these 7 different colors, and while moving from violet to red, wavelength increases. That is, wavelength of the violet color will be less than the violet of red color, or red color will have maximum wavelength if we are comparing among the Vibgyor color. Now we are going to see what are the different wavelengths of the particular colors. So from here we can see that the visible part, that is Vibgyor, the visible part of the spectrum has minimum wavelength of 400 nanometer and maximum wavelength is of 700 nanometer, and that is for red color. And therefore we define light or white light as it is that part of electromagnetic spectrum having wavelength from 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer. Now we are going to see the different properties of light. And if we'll talk about the first property of light, then light is an electromagnetic wave having wavelength between 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer. And if we will calculate the corresponding frequency of the light, then the corresponding frequency of light lies between 4.3 into 10 to the power 14 to 7.3 into 10 to the power 14 hertz. How I am calculating the frequency? Frequency equal to what? Frequency we can calculate with the help of formula speed of wave divided by its wavelength. So we know that any electromagnetic wave travels with the speed of light. So V will be replaced by C by lambda. So in place of C, substitute 3 into 10 to the power 8, and in place of lambda substitute 400 in meter, 400 into 10 to the power minus 9. So we will get 7.3 into 10 to the power 14 hertz. And if we will substitute 700 into 10 to the power minus 9 in place of lambda, then we will get 4.3 into 10 to the power 14 hertz. And we know that any electromagnetic wave consists of electric field and magnetic field. Since light is an electromagnetic wave, so it must consist of a varying electric field and a varying magnetic field. And both electric field and magnetic field are perpendicular to each other, and they are also perpendicular to the direction of propagation of the light. And if we want to know the direction of propagation of light, then it will be in the direction of E cross B, that is, it will move in the direction of x-axis in this particular case. So light will have all those properties which an electromagnetic wave contains. Now let's see the second properties of light. The second property of light is light has dual nature. That is particle and wave nature both. Since light is an electromagnetic wave and we know that any electromagnetic wave has dual nature, therefore light will also have dual nature. Sometimes it behaves like a particle. Particle means it behaves like a photon. Photon means packet of energy. And we already know that the energy of photon is h into frequency. The third property of light is that light does not need a material medium to travel. That is, it can travel through vacuum too. Means, unlike mechanical waves, we know that light is an electromagnetic wave and an electromagnetic wave does not require a material medium. It can travel even in vacuum, that is in free space. Now let us discuss here few points regarding the medium. Medium can be classified as material medium and non-material medium. Non-material mediums can also be called as vacuum, and in vacuum light travels with a speed of 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. But in material medium, light or the speed of light is less than 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Light does not travel or light cannot travel in all kind of material medium. Light can travel in certain kind of material medium, that is in certain kind of solids, liquids. So material mediums are classified as transparent medium, translucent medium and opaque medium. In transparent medium, that is the medium like water, glass, clear plastic, etc., light can travel freely over a very large distance. So in transparent medium, light can travel easily. Now let's talk about translucent medium. In translucent medium like oil, light can travel some distance, but its intensity redu- but its intensity reduces rapidly. Now let's talk about opaque medium, that is wood, metal, brick, etc. So in case of opaque medium, light cannot travel. That is, light cannot pass through a wood. So through a opaque medium, light cannot travel. Now let's see the fourth property of light is in vacuum or free space, or sometimes we say air. light travels light travel with a speed of 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, and this is quantity is denoted by c. This point I have already covered in point number 3. Now let's see the fifth properties of light. Rectilinear propagation of light. The word rectilinear here means straight line. It means that light travels along straight line in a medium or in vacuum. That is, if we will take these 2 points, then light will travel from point 1 to point 2 along a straight line. And this property of light is called rectilinear propagation of light. One point noted here, the path of light changes only when there is an object in its path or when or where the medium changes. What it means? The path of light will change only when there will be an object. Let us suppose this is an object and light is coming in this direction. So direction of light will change when an object will come in the path of light, or the direction of propagation of light will change when the medium will change. Medium here is air, medium here is water. So when medium will change, the direction of propagation of light will change.